Hello there, everyone. A quick video here to let you guys know that the Maghreb update is here. It is live, and things have changed. We have, of course, the Tinto map feedback posts, and this is the latest in that offering. Before we get into it, would love to hit 30k subscribers before I pass away from old age. So if you want to hit subscribe, that would be pretty cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what is new. We have a spoiler list of changes: 54 extra locations, 17 lakes, and lots of wastelands. And if we want to do a quick side-by-side comparison, where's the best one to do for wastelands? Probably something like this. You can see all the wastelands here in the Dynasties one. And if we have a look on the Dynasties, if we can find that one, there we go. Quick back and forth between them. There's a lot more, especially over in this area. And some of these areas have changed, new corridors added, things have been relegated to 2 corridors, and whole ass new countries as well. So looking real nice there. Yeah, perfect. I'm not going to go through all of the location names that have been added, because that would be crazy. But if you want to, you can pause video and have a look there. Extra lakes, love that. Divided many wastelands into more pieces. New tags, Banu Telis, Jerids. We obviously have seen these in EU4 as well. Mazab, people will be happy about that. I don't know why or how, but Mazab did become a bit of a meme in EU4 for quite a while. Tafalalt, Tugert, both of those we've seen in EU4 as well. So new tags is great, and also some new characters, new dynamic names. A bunch of renames as well on locations. Cultures, this is the big one. Berber culture has been renamed to Amazigh. I assume I pronounced that absolutely perfectly. The Berber language has been renamed to Tamazight. Again, perfect. And the Kabylian culture has been renamed to Kabyl. Cool. Raw goods been changed as well. Terrain and vegetation has been had a total review, and several locations have been redrawn. So this is the current country map, and again, if we want to compare that to what it used to be, well, we have this down here. All of this is owned now by Morocco. It wasn't before. This is the old map. This is the new one. And the big changes you can see as well is Tunis being split up into multiple tags. Tripoli no longer existing, but as a separate entity. It's now, I believe, some kind of vassal of Tunis. And Fezzan is now owned by the Kanem Empire. It is a vassal, I believe, and this is... it is still Fezzan, but it is owned by Kanem Empire now, or vassalized under them. Again, if we move on and have the wastelands colored in, this one, like, not everywhere looks better with wastelands colored in. I feel like this is one of those examples. Maybe when Morocco has conquered Tlemcen, maybe got a few more of these corridors and such, then this will look better, but right now it kind of looks pretty nasty, actually. Yeah, a bit more zoomed in on Morocco. Tefalaut Twat is, I assume I'm not going to get demonetized for that, please, is a vassal of Morocco's. And then here in Tunis, Tripoli is actually much smaller now than it used to be, but now there's Gabez, Telis, Jerid, Gafsa, Zab, Muzab, Tugort, and Ouargla as its... I was about to say siblings there, but no, not siblings, just its little bitches. Anyway, Morocco and Tunis have been split into several countries, while Fezzan is now a vassal of the Empire of Kanem, although we have to improve how that is shown with default map settings. As for dynasties, Marinids, Hafsids, Zainids, I think these are mostly randomly generated, but I don't know for sure. They may not be. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I remember them being called randomly generated in the previous one. But onto locations map, and we can do a comparison side by side with that as well, including the new, vibes, the new colors and such, the new settings for that. So this is the new version versus the old version. The big things to notice as well are multiple new lateral corridors, this one as well. I like the addition of more corridors up here. This is a large location that got split in two and then a corridor added. I love that. I think that's fantastic. Big fan of extra corridors. Locations 2 over here. We can have a comparison, and I mean, yes, it's being shifted over, but you can just tell, like, there's an addition of a new location and corridors going from east to west as well, and yeah, big fan of that. Big fan of that, indeed. Tim1 also been changed. Yeah, and then locations 3. This isn't. I mean, it's close enough, but hardly worth going back and forth between these because it's kind of different. But new locations there in Tunis and the south, where it's got its new vassals. Very cool. As also, we have Canary Islands have been renamed now. I don't remember which one is which in modern English, but of these, the only one I have visited is been Lanzarote. I don't know which one of these. I feel like when I did the original Tinto maps from Maghreb, I guessed which one it was, and I believe I guessed correctly. I have no idea which one I guessed. Let's do a new guess. This one. This one could have been Lanzarote, maybe. I don't know. As for provinces map, let's have a look there. And again, I love that it's not coloring in the wasteland provinces map before. Really difficult to make any kind of heads or tails of anything. Here, much clearer, because provinces should not have been colored in. Areas, I'm also kind of fine with these being fully colored in, even the wastelands, that makes sense to me. But yeah, the 3 areas in the north in Tripoli and then the Sahara Oases, I can't imagine that's too different. Yeah, it's not too different to how it was before. Terrain now, Mediterranean on the coast, cold, arid, further internal, and then full arid. After that, there's some continental on the mountains of Morocco, a bit of oceanic there as well, which is quite nice. And also, if you are unaware of what all of those different terrain types do, you can have a look at the previous Tinto talk, which was on terrain, and you'll be able to see what all of those different things do. For example, the cold arid there, less wheat production, no precipitation. They have mild winters as a maximum, etc., etc. Same thing when it comes to the topography. You'll be able to know what various different topographies are looking like and how they work in the game. And then also with the vegementations. Let's have a look at a comparison, see if anything has changed between those. So if we can flip back and forth, this is the old version and this is the new version. So yeah, more arid. So there's been some desertification. There's been some oceanic added as well to Morocco, and continental's been split up. I guess that's because there's been new mountain passes added. As for the topography, we can do a comparison there. This is the old topography and the new one. So instead of being fully hills, it's now been turned into plateau. That's kind of nice. And we can, yeah, there's just hills have been moved more towards northern Morocco, and along the coastline there's more hills, but yeah, then plateau after that. And then finally with the vegetation, this is the old and this is the new, and I guess more sparseness in the Tunis area. The desert has been pushed back a bit. There's a bit of grasslands here. It's quite fertile, actually, I would argue. Pretty nice there indeed. Alright, so moving on to the development. It is a new map, so I don't have one to show you from before, but development along the coastlines definitely obviously going to be the most developed areas, less so internally, and then moving into the Sahara, less again. And Harbour is another new map. I've seen a lot of people complaining about Carthage, about Tunis itself, not being a very good natural harbour. I also saw there was feedback on that from, I believe, Pavia, but I can't find the post. Basically saying that the harbour there wasn't especially good for a natural harbour. This is all about natural harbours. You can still build up your infrastructure to make a really good port, a really good harbour, out of basically anything. It's just better if it is in a good natural harbor as well. And that's essentially what happened in Carthage, is essentially it wasn't the most pristine, best ever place for a port, but they kind of brute forced it and made a good one anyway. But as for whether it should be a natural harbor of any decent quality, it shouldn't be. As for cultures, though, this is a difference. Some distribution changes in the culture of the region, although there's more work on minorities remaining when they fix the couple of issues pending with the pop editor. So let's have a look and do a comparison here with the different cultures. So this is the old version, and then new is looking like that. So not too big in the way of huge changes. Some renames, of course, Kabylian to Kabil. And then obviously changing to suit the new routes, the new map, the mountain passes and such that have been added. Languages. New map, new language name, Tamazight. Very cool. I don't have anything to show you in comparison, but, you know, it is what it is. And then religion map mode, we've got lots of Sunni and then Ibadi. We can do a comparison there. So this is the new version and the old version. So Ibadi actually got a bit more of a majority in here than they used to. Actually, maybe it isn't. Maybe this is the new country that starts Ibadi. I think that's actually it. So there's the country that is here starts Ibadi now. That's one of the Tunisian vassal states. And yeah, bunch more of the religious minorities as well to go with it. Raw materials, another one that's really hard to make a comparison on, but actually you can see a lot of differences. This is the old, and there's lots of like, there's a big clump of livestock, a big clump of wool, a big clump of stone, and now we're actually giving a shit about showing lots of different types of goods, which is awesome. And do we see any medicaments anywhere? I can't go without seeing the medicaments. Where are they? I can't see any. That's sadness. Pure sad. Well, I mean, there's some there, but that's not. Whatever. It's fine. Anyway, the medicament meme is a bit overplayed anyway. Lots of changes, and that's all for today. Friday we'll have Tinto flavor. So before we head off, let's see if there are any developer responses that are worth looking into. So generic username has been talking about Georgia quite a bit. He's basically saying, my face when North Africa has more farmlands than Georgia. Some of North African lands are quite fertile. Also, they haven't yet reviewed the Caucasus, so maybe there will be some more farmlands in Georgia relatively soon when that is done. Although I will say we don't know when the next feedback is going to be. Can we post the political maps without overlord colors? Good point, and this is what it looks like. So now we can see we know that these are the vassals of Tunis, but having it be split off actually gives a really good idea of what countries are visible on the map. Of course, Fezzan down there as well now. Very cool. I like that a lot. Another option I would say for showing these is maybe have the outline of the color be the overlord's color, and then the internals can be their individuals. So that might look kind of nice, if Zab, Mazab, Ouargla, Tourgort, Gafsa, Gabez, Tripoli, Tellus, and Jared all had, this brown from Tunis as an outline. That might be pretty cool. Maybe just food for thought. And then finally, in the societies of pops, the Canary Islands are yellow because there are Guanche people there. So that is nice to see as well. And that's all I have time for. And that's all there is. So I hope you guys enjoyed a look at the update for the Maghreb. We will get Tinto flavor tomorrow. We have no idea what country we're going to get Tinto flavor for. My guess is Sweden or Spain, because obviously the paradox being Swedish and Spain being where the game is being made. I think that makes the most sense. Though, we saw the maps for the Netherlands first, so it could be following that. We could get the Netherlands. We could get France. I don't know. It's I'm super looking forward to it though. So stick around, subscribe to the channel. I will be covering the Tinto flavor as soon as they're posted, and I hope to see you in the comment section below. Toodaloo, bye bye.